At 57, the tragedy of Steffi Graf is not a scandal or fall from grace. It is quieter, deeper, far more human. It is the tragedy of a child who became a champion before she had the chance to become herself. For years she was untouchable. 22 Grand Slam titles. 377 weeks at number 1. The Golden Slam in 1988. But behind that perfect image was a life far more complicated. A girl who grew up under enormous pressure. A young woman who carried the expectations of a nation. An athlete whose body and private life were slowly worn down by greatness. Born in Mannheim, Germany in 1969, Steffi was introduced to tennis by her father, Peter Graf. He saw something special immediately. Her timing, movement, and discipline were unusual for a child. While other girls lived ordinary childhoods, Steffi learned how to compete and win in a world where weakness was rarely forgiven. That is where the tragedy begins. Greatness looks beautiful from outside, but from inside it can feel like a cage. By 1988, she achieved what no one had ever done. She won all 4 majors and Olympic gold in the same year. The Golden Slam made her a legend forever at just 19. But imagine what that does to a person. She had climbed the highest peak. Anything less than dominance felt like disappointment. That is the cruel side of success. Once people see you as unbeatable, they forget you can still feel fear, exhaustion, and pain. Steffi rarely allowed the public to see that side. Her image was controlled, calm, and distant. Some called her cold. Maybe the truth was simpler. She had learned that emotions could become weapons used against her. So she kept moving, tournament after tournament, year after year. Fans saw victories, but not the loneliness of hotel rooms, endless travel, and injuries forming beneath the surface. They did not see how much of her youth had been spent chasing perfection. Then came the tax scandal involving her father. For a woman who had spent her career trying to let her tennis speak for itself, it was deeply painful. She had given everything to the sport. Yet even then she could not escape the chaos around her. That is what makes her story so heartbreaking. Not because she failed, but because she succeeded so completely that people forgot to ask what it cost her. By the mid-1990s, her body was paying the price. Knees, back, feet. Tennis at the highest level takes everything. Opponents grew younger. Monica Seles emerged as a fierce rival. Then came the stabbing of Seles in 1993, a moment that scarred tennis forever. Steffi had to live with a strange burden, judged not only for what she achieved, but for circumstances beyond her control. In 1999 at the French Open she won her 22nd and final Grand Slam. It was not about perfection anymore. It was about courage, survival, and proving that even when time and pain had taken so much, the heart of a champion was still there. Soon after she retired. Not with a dramatic fall, but with quiet grace. Steffi Graf walked away and found peace. She married Andre Agassi, built a family, and protected her privacy. That may be her greatest victory. Not the trophies, but the ability to escape the machine before it destroyed her completely. She survived the demands, scrutiny, family turmoil, injuries, and impossible expectations. The world remembers the champion in white, sprinting across the baseline. But the deeper story belongs to the woman behind that image. A woman who gave everything to become unforgettable. A woman who learned that applause cannot protect the heart. A woman who finally chose peace over performance and life over legend.